Streaming cyberspace into your place, sanctioned by the Bootleg Racing League. From South Boston Speedway, it's the Virtual Grip Network's fourth round coverage of the Skinner Creek Motorsports Group Outlaw SK Modified Invitational Series Season 34. Now, last week's round 3 at the Nashville Fairgrounds saw Double Deuce Bruce Pearson lead the first 51 laps, a period of the race that included 2 caution stints. The first yellow came out on lap 16 when Jeffrey Harden and Bobby Hayes got together. The field went under caution again on lap 32, went from mid-pack. Mark Herzog got loose in front of the back half of the field. A collection of drivers that included Todd Liston, who came into the race second in points. On the 48th lap, Donnie Moore got inside of Pearson in a fight for the lead. The fight with Pearson refused to say uncle to until Moore used back marker Chris Davis as a pick on Pearson. Point leader Matt Hoos moved into second, but when on the final lap, Moore did a little rhinoplasty on the challenging Hoos, the win was secured for Moore. Hoos's runner-up finish, coupled with Liston's ninth, allowed little Hoosinators everywhere to celebrate as their man stretched the point lead to 10. Moore's win makes it 3 different winners in each of the first 3 races. Will there be a 4th tonight? To find out, pull the lever on the Lazy Boy and settle in, because those questions are about to be answered as some simulated short track racing action streams your way. From the home of presidents, a warm hello and welcome on this Friday night, January 26th, 2024. Papa John Hine will soon be joining yours truly, Bill Soupson, high up in the BGN broadcast booth. We do our Words Eye View. We play Ryan Seneca, turn the knobs and pushing the sliders. All right, my booth partner is currently down on track behind the wheel of one of these SK Modified. John, how is it out there?
Oh, Soup, I'm excited. I think we're going to have multi-groove racing here tonight. You know, as you come through these corners, they're really tight. You want to watch out right up against the wall, both here on the backstretch, and as you come around here out of 4, the same thing. You want to get out, come right up against that wall, have a nice big arc coming into the corner. That's how you're going to make time. Now, when you're out racing somebody, if you're to their inside, this is what you're going to have to watch out for points of trouble. You might end up having to be down in this lane. If you overdrive the corner, you lose the nose and you just want to drive up the track like this, and you might get into the guy. If you're on the bottom, the other thing you might want to do is drop your tires on this yellow line to make the car turn. And if you do that, you got to be careful. You can lose grip in a hurry and that car can come around. And Soup, I think I'll give us a demonstration of just what that may look like. If you come around here, and sometimes you want to cut this right here, this is what we might see on more than one occasion tonight.
There you go, John. That's great work. Thank you very much. Hine behind the wheel. That is made possible thanks to the guys at Skinner Creek Motorsports Group, founded in 2014. It's the home of the Bootleg Racing League, GT Racing League, the Virtual Grip Network, and the very popular SCMG clubs featuring golf, poker, aviation, dolphin safe tuna fishing, and rallycross racing. Visit them on the net at skinnercreek.com for more info and to join. You know, with practice still going on, we have an opportunity to quickly take a look at the points. With Mark Herzog making his season debut at Nashville, the number of drivers who have raced at least once this season climbs to 24, with 10 having raced in all the events. Matt Hoos has a pair of thirds to go along with his second last time out. Todd Liston's deficit to the leader goes from 3 to 10. A season's best third place jumps Lowell Jewell 2 rungs on the points ladder as practice is about to end. Another season best for Jeff Sharp as he ends up with the 5th. Double Deuce Bruce Pearson moves up 3 places. In the Battle of the Hilberts, brother Tom is still undefeated against older brother Steve. Still looking for his first top 5 is Jeffrey Harden. Welcome to the top 10, Mike Allen. The Chief, Steve Hilbert, was able to race in the lead pack for much of the race. And how about this? 13th, 19th, and 15th. That's certainly not the way Kurt Smith expected to start this season. All right, there you have it. With the points out of the way, let's go ahead and run down your starting grid now. We have a full field of 19 drivers. If we don't count John Hine, who was behind the wheel there for that opening lap, we wait for our pole sitter to actually get out there and take the grid. We'll assume that he's going to make it. If not, things are going to be shaken up a little bit. Let's tell you who's supposed to be on the front row. There he is, Kurt Smith. He's going to be starting up front. He was able to secure a 15th position last time out. He's going to be inside of the chief, Steve Hilbert. John, are you up here? Can you do row 2?
I sure can. Starting third is going to be Jeff Harden. His outside will be Mike Allen.
Mr. Aggressive in the number 7, Chris Davis, is going to be starting 5th. Inside of the 87 of Todd Liston.
61 of Tom Hilbert's going to roll off 7th. Next to him in the 8th spot will be Chris Hazlett.
9th place goes to Double Deuce Bruce Pearson. Now watch out for the 73 of Jeff Sharp. He has been very quiet, sits well up in the points. He's going to be starting in 10th.
Starting 11th is going to be the 57 of Mark Kirksog, and we mentioned him a few times already. That 21 car of Matt Hoos, he's going to roll off 12th.
In the Baker's dozen position, it's the 26 of Donnie Moore. Brendan Myers will be starting in 14th.
John Wilson is going to start his 75 car from the 15th spot. Aiden Young is going to start 16th.
Jason Menda and Steven Spees go 17th and 18th.
Rounding out your field, and we got to give him a big welcome back after back surgery here. It's good to see him back on the track. Welcome back, Joe Sagala from 19th starting position. Indeed it is.
And as always, behind the wheel of the pace car, she must be syrup because butter don't drizzle like that, Josie Kirkland. She's going to pull the pace car in, and we're going to get ready to go. Round number 4. You know what to do. Chugga-lug makes you want to holler, hi-da-ho! And indeed, it is a great jump from Kurt Smith out in front, securing 2nd position. That is Jeffrey Harden. The 52 of Steve Hilbert on the outside, trying to duck underneath is the 59 of Mike Allen. Allen's going to get the best. Allen gets loose right in front of Mr. Aggressive Chris Davis. Somehow Davis woes it up despite his nickname and stays off of him, and we stay green. Double Deuce Bruce Pearson rolling the top side up into 7th now.
That was a heck of a save by Mike Allen last time through 3 and 4 there. Got those tires on that yellow line. We talked about it earlier. He tested it early, and boy, he made a good save there.
Oh, Jeffrey Harden's wife, Brandy's watching right now. The 36 is hungry. My goodness, Brandy didn't feed her man because the 36 of Jeffrey is looking all over the back of Kurt Smith. Kurt Smith slow out of 2. The momentum for the 36. I don't think it's going to be long until Harden gets the lead. Here comes the rest of them. Look at the chief, former police chief of Plain City, Ohio, Steve Hilbert. He never used to be able to race up front. Well, he's running in 3rd right now, though he's having a hard time keeping the car down low.
When he has runs like this, Soup, I love saying the chief is driving like he stole it.
He would certainly like to get the best of his brother Tom, and he has a good chance of doing that tonight since Tom isn't here. Oh, let me correct myself. Tom is back in 8th position.
Oh, we got one around coming out of 2. No caution.
Oh, we gave a little commentator's curse, as was it indeed baby brother Tom Hilbert in the 61. Got together, spins off into pit lane. He made a little bit of contact coming down on him, I think, as Mike Allen kind of chopped off the right front of him. Then he goes around, but we stay under green.
Right now, he's going to be praying for a caution these next couple of laps so he can catch back up to the back of the field. If not, he's going to have to be watching that rear mirror for those leaders to be coming up on him here pretty quick.
Maybe we can ride on board with either Kurt Smith or Jeffrey Harden to get an idea of where that lap.
Oh, big wreck coming out of 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Matt Hoos is involved.
I believe it was Donnie Moore that got loose right in front of your points leader, Hoos.
Oh, I think Donnie had some help there from, I think a little bit of argy-bargy there kind of happened, and they got together.
There you see, and there's the 21 of Hoos. And the Gooses cooked.
Yeah, and you know, back in the old days, you get a fast repair and be able to come back out. Well, those days are long gone. Oh, you know what? Matt didn't get into him. I'm watching it. Donnie got those tires on that yellow line. You know, again, we talked about it earlier. No grip. Went right around, and Hoos got into him.
Just exactly what we talked about. Boy, a lot of people collected in that one, including the 81 of Joe Segala as he was trying to scoot down to the inside.
Yeah, coming off back surgery, last thing you want to do is junk a car. Probably hurt a little bit, even in the virtual world, probably hurt a little bit.
Let's go ahead and see if we have time to talk to Joe. He just brought the car down pit lane. I'll see if the pace cars, if the lights are still on. They are indeed. Let's go ahead and talk to Joe. Joe, first of all, a lot to talk about. You almost made it through there. You just ran out a little space on the inside.
Yeah, I thought I might have had it cleared, but saw that at the corner of my eye and knew it wasn't going to be good.
Okay, I'm going to follow up with the next question. How's the back?
Doing fine. Took an aspirin earlier before the races began. Pain's minimal. Car's feeling pretty good, so we're going to see how much we can complete here.
Okay, well, here's my advice. If you got one of those butt kicker devices, why don't you turn that thing down until you feel better, okay?
You know, I have been wanting one of those, and unfortunately, I have not gotten one yet. So I guess right now is a good reason not to have one.
Yeah, check with the doctor first. All right, man,
exactly.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Joe Segala. Tell you a little story about the butt kicker product. It's a fine product. I don't want to. I'll just tell you this story. Old pal of ours, everyone knows Sean Ambrose, been around broadcasting for a while. His dad was a real world race car driver. He put him, John put him in the butt kicker, turned it up full, broke his dad's rib.
Jeez. I actually run a league where that's actually one of the prizes to win at the season's end there. So
they are fun.
I hope I get one now. I wouldn't mind a broken rib. I can tell everybody I got hurt playing a video game. How cool that'd be.
There you go.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, I don't know if that's bragging rights there. We're going green, working lap number 15. Oh, Kurt Smith, who's had such a horrible season so far, a quality driver, but the results are not there. Well, right now, he's enjoying being down in front. Look at that number 36. I think the colors, there's a little purple, some blue in there, and right now, whatever color it is, man, it really comes off the corner tight as he's looking underneath. Look at Steve Hilbert now on the inside, rolling the top side. It's Todd Liston in the 87. You know what? Liston realized that the point leader, Matt Hoos, has had problems working the top side. Oh my goodness. This is a save the neck for me, Clark type strategy where he's going where nobody wants to go.
I told you we'd get two-line racing here tonight. Now, the question's going to be how long can he keep that up?
Doesn't need too much longer as he's rolling the top side. Now, maybe he's got a little bit of a help there with a pick of Kurt Smith, but he gets it done. You know, he went around the top of Hilbert, and then to polish it off, how about going around the top of Jeffrey Harden, too? The 87 is a-coming.
Yeah, and the reason why I was saying I wonder how long he could do it for, once those tires get heated up, all of a sudden you might pick up a little push coming out of the corner and have to roll out of the throttle while the people on the bottom are still in it, and that's what can cause you to lose that edge out there.
Well, you talk about the top side. Stuck up there is the 57 machine.
And he's going back to it.
Yeah. He's trying to roll. He's got Mr. Aggressive underneath him there. That is Chris Davis.
Oh, wreck on the front strip. Mike Davis and look like Menda. Or Mike Allen and Jason Menda there. And
it is.
A little extracurricular there after the happened.
Well, I can understand Menda's confusion. He gave him plenty of space there. They did a little bit of like those cars were actually trying to breed.
Yeah, it looked like 59 might have gotten a little loose and then just turned down. And I'm sure from Menda's perspective, looked like he just tried to drive him down into the wall.
Yeah, Menda gave him plenty of room, but that other car was coming in, and that's parents cover the kids' eyes. Well, who you want to talk to, John?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't we go with Kurt Smith? He's up front, and let's pray we don't jinx him.
You got him.
Hey, Kurt, this is John up at the booth. You got a copy?
Go ahead, one more time, John.
Hey, Kurt, this is John up at the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Kurt Smith, this is John up at the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Kurt. Out in front so far, how's it feeling?
I'm not fast enough to stay up here, I don't think, so we're just running what laps we can.
Okay, the 87 just went around both Hilbert and Harden on the top side, so watch out, he's good up there.
He seems to be very good up there. I watched him go by both them guys. He's got a good run going today.
All right, good luck. You've had a rough season so far. Let's get ourselves if we can't get the win, let's get ourselves a podium tonight. Good luck, man.
We're going to try. Thank you.
You know, Soup, it helps when you turn the driver's volume up on your own here. I looked and I thought I had in my Discord, to pull the curtain back a little bit, had his volume turned way down there, so I apologize for that.
You know, if you would make the production meetings, these things wouldn't happen.
That's pizza time, man. I gotta be stuffing my face. I can't make it to one of these broadcasts without something on the old stomach.
All right, well, the pace car is working lap number 25. The lights are going to come off, and Kurt Smith are going to go around one more time. This gives us an opportunity to let's look at some big movers. Well, how about the number 55, Stephen Speed? Started in 18th position. Yes, I think some of that might be vultured from attrition, but right now, the double nickel going to be on the outside. He is up 10 spots. We still have 13 cars on the lead lap. Sadly, the Hoosenators, can you hear their tears across the nation? As Matt has called it a night. 16 lap stand.
Yeah, he's just parked there in the pits. I'm surprised he doesn't try to get out and at least get a spot or two, but that thing must be hurt really bad.
Great job from Kurt Smith. He doesn't have to worry about Liston going around the top right now, but still working the top side. It is double deuce Bruce Pearson. Boy, I'm so glad we had John in the car earlier to explain how maybe the top line works, because sure enough, he gets it done. Look at Harden having trouble getting momentum going at all. John, if I didn't know better, I'd say the top line is the preferred line.
Yeah, what's happening right now is, remember how I showed you how you had to come out and swing out to the wall? Well, when you can't swing out to the wall, that breaks your momentum. Oh, we got a wreck along the front stretch.
Boy, there was talk before the race about the over-under being 6 for caution flags. Well, we're at 3 right now. Davis and Moore, a fine law group here in Southern California, and also involved in that incident.
Yeah, and that's a case where Davis was doing exactly what I was talking about, trying to sweep out of the corner, go out against the wall. Well, Donnie was there, and Chris just kept coming up and pinched them both in the wall there. And it's tough from from Chris's seat to figure out exactly where that 26 would be at that point. And in iRacing, real world, you touch like that, and you realize, oh, somebody's out there. You can get off of them. Here in iRacing, when you grab somebody like that, all it does is turn the nose of that car right towards the wall, and your guys are junked.
Donnie Moore coming down pit lane. I was thinking that maybe he might be in line for the lucky dog. That is not the case. Perhaps, if my timing and scoring is correct, maybe Joe Segala getting the wave around. Hey.
That'll make that back feel a little better.
Yeah. That's extra strength Bear aspirin right there. All right, let's see if we can talk to Steven Spees. He is up 12 spots. Racing out there in 6. Steven, you continue to move up. You're stuck on the outside, but maybe the outside not so bad, huh?
Yeah, I don't know where I'm supposed to be, but it seems to be working right now, so dance with who brung you, I guess.
Steven, this is John. That outside's working right now, but does it go away after a few laps? Have you been up there long enough to know, okay, once the heat gets in the tire, are you having to do the lift not to hit the wall, or is it just maintaining its grip and you're able to kind of let her eat coming out of the corners?
So far, it's been good for me. I don't know if we've had a long enough run where I was up there the whole time or not, but shoot, I mean, you probably know more than I do about this stuff. You tell everybody what happens and clue me in.
I don't think so, man. It's all smoke and mirrors from my standpoint, but hey, we'll let you get going here and continue that march towards the front, my friend.
That's the plan, thanks.
Yep, it's Steven Spees, the 55 here, and yeah, he's having a good little run, picking up a lot of spots here early.
I don't want to give a lot of advice to the drivers, but I can give this much advice. You don't want advice from these two guys up here. You just
no.
Better off on your own.
There's a reason I'm sitting up here, not on the track.
Nice to be considered, though. Steven Spees in 6th position, up a whole bunch of spots. Column 12. All right, we're going to be going green now. Again, this will be going green. We've had 3 yellows. Working lap number 35. Great jump from Kurt Smith. They can't pass you, Kurt, if we're racing under yellow. Liston has had a nice run. He is up 4 spots. Now the battle, let's see how the inside-outside works this time. Harden on the outside, Pearson on the inside. Well, Pearson going to be able to get a little bit more push because the 57 just gave him a bump draft.
Yeah, that almost looked like the 57 had his back tires up off the ground. It's really tough to make power when your back end's kind of skipping along the concrete or the asphalt.
Look at that. We got Noah Ark Racing, and look at how he's going to trying to work the top again as the 87. Every once in a while, you'll catch him at the top of the screen. He tucks back in line. There's the evidence. He's slipping. He lost a little momentum. Meanwhile, the side by side racing continues. It's Pearson on the inside of Harden. It's Herzog on the inside of Spies. And back there in the double popcorn position, I haven't talked much about the 75, and John Wilson. Man, he's watching the show.
Yeah, and both Wilson and Spies they're dirt racers, and anytime I've ever run in the second groove here on asphalt, that dirt experience comes in a lot because you kind of back the corner up, use the throttle to turn the car around the top. Running the top groove is a lot like running dirt, believe it or not.
Great formation racing up in front as they kind of look like the Blue Angels. Sometimes they're 2x2, sometimes they duck into like a diamond position. Pearson, Harden, Herzog, and Spies with John Wilson watching. Now 2 other drivers that are coming. Aiden Young, 69. He's back there just kind of got to be licking his chops right now thinking, I can get up here and we might go 2x2 as soon as the 69. See if he can get under the 75. This is fun racing.
Yeah, we just need Chris Davis up there. We might be able to go 3 wide.
Jesus. Davis and Belkey. That's a good opportunity there. I'd love to see those 2 guys race against each other. I don't think it would last long. All right, here we go. So it finally got settled down. It looks like Pearson is going to be able to tuck into 4th position. Spies ducking underneath. Now they're back at it again.
But Spies has moved to the bottom here. And he was, Herzog and Spies. Look at that slide. Whoa. Good save.
That's a momentum loser there, and that's going to let Pearson get the spot. Herzog and Wilson now, who is back there watching, well, he gets ahead of Spies. Watch out for the 69. Now, John, if you know how the 69 races, we are only on lap 45. This is not when he's at his fastest.
No, he'll be faster than these other guys towards the end. And quick update for all the Hoosinators. Matt is circling around the pits. We'll see if he gets back on the track or not.
He's in 19th, 36 laps down. I probably feel some type of pressure to go out there and make those little Hoosinators happy.
He's just circling the pit road.
Okay, all this is going on behind the 2 leaders. Let's check in on them. There you go. Kurt Smith, he's been out in front the whole way. Let's go around. Who's again? What is who's up there? Smith and Liston. Liston, I think, faster than Kurt right now. Kurt a little wider than Todd.
Yeah, but Kurt can kind of race out the windshield, but he's probably, the thing is here that Todd Liston can put a little pressure onto him and get Kurt to probably use up those tires a little more than he wants to. And Soup, I don't know what Hoosinator's doing, but I think he thinks he's got the track to himself down there. He's a Ricky Bobby of BRL right now.
Well, let's take a look. Is there any? He needs to pick up 4 spots. I guess he has visions of maybe getting to Tom Hilbert. Let's see if Hilbert is racing at 15th right now, if he's still out there. No, Hilbert has parked it. Maybe Hoos is seeing if he can circle around another. He's got 39 laps. Another 15, 20 laps, I think, and he can probably get up to 15th position.
He's going to have to pick it up a little to do it.
Well, he's got
now I want to just follow Matt and see if he can get it done.
pit road speed to deal with. All right, here we go. Let's set the table for you. Smith, Liston, Harden, racing 1, 2, 3. And they really have distanced themselves. The excitement is back in 4th position. This continues to go on. So what's the setup right now? Well, now Harden's on... Herzog is underneath with the 22 of Pearson on the top. The 75 is back in there now. And how long will the 69 wait? He's going to be making his move pretty soon.
Yeah, and Soup, you made the observation just a few laps ago about that top line being faster. You know what? Watching these guys and where they're running, I think that was a great observation because I think you're right.
One of the things I learned from interviewing J.R. Shepard, a lot of times he'll say, you know, maybe the outside line isn't faster, but it's sometimes faster when you're racing side by side. And so look at the line these guys are taking now. The turn in, look what the 22 is doing. He's not coming down at all. And he had the opportunity to. Watch this line now. See if he. I don't think that's because he's trying to stay away from the 57. I think he just likes it up there.
I do too, and it's working for him. He's using the momentum. It looks like the 57's getting through the center of the corner maybe a little bit better. Entry to the center, but then from the center off, that 22 with the momentum just really goes. But here comes Herzog now, trying to inch back up there. But right there, look at the man, and all that momentum is that's tough to overcome.
Oh, that is John Wilson. You saw it too. Almost
Yeah.
got into it with the Steven Spies.
And actually, Soup, I actually think the fast way is your right side tires on the second line and the left side tires in the first lane. Straddle the two lanes. That's where I would be.
They are working lap number 62 now.
All right, now we've got a race on the infield because
Yep.
Who's trying to catch Hilbert, and Hilbert now is circling the infield like Who's. Oh no, Hilbert's getting in.
Well, I can report this. This is big news. Matt Hoos has just passed Chris Hazlett for 18th spot. Now, he's only got 12 laps to go and he can get to Donnie Moore. Why do we care about this? Well, this is your points leader. And I think Hoos is saying every point counts. So he's out there trying to get what he can. At the end of the season, when we get to race 11, the finale, and there's a 1-point lead for Matt Hoos, remember that pass that he just made on Hazlett.
All right, all the iRacers watching and whatnot, and go back and listen to this. Everybody will get this joke. Matt Hoos needs to make the announcement right now that he's just here for safety rating.
He's putting in the
Oh, he's coming on track.
Oh.
I think he heard me. I think he's like, that's it.
All right, we look at this battle. This has been the show so far. Herzog on the inside now of Spies. Spies is like the top side. And we talked about the 60. Oh, my goodness. Herzog knew just how long his tail was as he pulled right in front. Oh, and there goes the 69 around, putting on a show for us. Was Aiden Young.
Boy, that yellow line down there is just dangerous. You can gain a little bit on somebody, but oh man, you're playing with fire when you're down there.
While this goes on, you can see on the tower the interval now for Smith and Liston is up to over a second. And in bootleg racing standards, that's a country mile. Let's go look at the 6 right now. He's got some things to deal with. Little lap traffic here. Joe Segala, last car on the lead lap, currently in the Baker's dozen position, gets out of the way. Next guy's coming up. Menda, who is 27 laps down. I don't think that's going to be much of an issue. And Mike Allen, who's in the lucky dog spot. Well, no, Joe Segala is. Matt Hoos now 5 laps away from picking up a position on Donnie Moore.
And you know how many laps now? I'm wondering, has the 22 and 57 been like next to each other on the track? Seems like forever.
They really have been the stars of the show right now. That is a battle for 4th position. Herzog currently out in front, the 22, and here comes the 55. He's going to try to roll the top side. Wilson has been ahead of Young. Young's been ahead of Wilson. These 5 guys have just kind of been swapping spots. Now, Joe Segala might put an end to this, as I don't know if there's room if they're going to be able to go by 2 wide with Segala out there. Joe's going to get a load up. They're going to have to go one at a time.
Yeah, and you're right. That's exactly what happened. Both Segala and Mike Allen kind of get up out of the way there. Nice act of sportsmanship here for those two guys.
Segala goes down to the inside now. Actually, it's hard to find what line you want to be in because people are confused which is the fast line. Segala kind of just doing his best to get out of the way. Let's look at Segala right now as he lets the Chief go underneath him. And then there's Brendan Myers. Those guys are racing in 9th and 10th. In the Battle of the Hilberts, I think Steve's going to pick up his first win. Younger brother Tom is up 3-0. Well, right now Tom is 40 laps down. So I think Steve's got this one wrapped up. Now let's see what's going on. Kurt Smith has been able to pull away from Liston. I think Todd gave him the best that he could, maybe used up his stuff. Harden has been kind of patient back there. So he's looking to the inside. Herzog has kind of distanced himself as well from the 55 of Spies. So we're getting we're getting real close to that time.
You know, when I see the 36 there, you get up and start challenging, I think of this. I try to vision this at home, you know, Brandy jumping up and down on the couch, go, 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 push, push, push. And then the 36, all of a sudden comes back and does a Kimi Räikkönen. I know what to do.
What Brandy does know, she knows when it's time to dance. It's disco time, baby, time to boogie. I can feel Brandy up and moving there.
Yeah, and like I said, just calm. I can hear Jeff Harden going, I know what to do.
Kurt Smith knows what to do. Can you say wire to wire? Well, that's what's happening right now.
Good for him. He's had a rough go of it here lately.
Well, I gave you in the opening those horrible finishes like 13th, 17th, and 19th in the first 3 races. Well, that's not what Kurt Smith can do, and certainly he's going to try to put a stop to that right now.
And you know what happens, Soup? You get bad runs like that, and you start pushing, doing things you don't necessarily do behind the wheel, just because you're getting a little desperate to get a good finish. Then you do something like this, it takes all that pressure off, and then you reel off 4, 5, 6 good podiums with maybe a couple of wins in there. And Kurt's fully capable of doing that.
So here's what's up. If Harden can get around Liston, and I think he's got a good chance of it, not because of the preferred racing line, as this I think Liston has worked really hard on the back of Smith and maybe used up what he has. So right now, if Harden can get underneath him, then the last thing that Kurt Smith would want to see is, they touch and Liston gets a little bit of a hip check. They keep it going straight. The 57, the in-and-out burger machine right now, well, he's like to go in and out. He likes to go high and low. He's trying to find some way around the 87 Liston beginning to fade. Oh, another hit check. There goes the 57.
Oh, that's going to bring out a caution, right?
Yellow.
Yeah. Oh. Kurt Smith is banging his head against that steering wheel right now.
Oh, I know when he's going to watch the broadcast, he's going to say, thanks, VGN, for that. We kind of called that one. Look at this great camera angle there. You see them go, and there goes Herzog off to the side. The in-and-out machine goes in.
He knew it was time to boogie, and that means time to go, and he was trying to go, and that thing just lost grip, and around he went.
Let's dial up Jeffrey Harden. He's got to think maybe all of a sudden he's able to snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat. What does Jeffrey Harden have left on those tires to go on Kurt Smith? Jeff, how's it feel?
It feels pretty good, Soup, but we'll see how much Kurt's got left.
Is there a preferred line? The top sign seems to be not so bad.
It just depends on how good of a squeeze you can get. You know, it's really hard. If you can squeeze a guy on entry going down and make him feel pinched between you and the wall, you've got a good chance.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on it. John, sorry, let me get you a question, man.
No, you asked the great questions there, Jeff. I'll tell you what, a couple laps to go. How you going to celebrate this thing if you can pull it off?
Well, unfortunately, I got to work tonight, so I'll be eating dinner and going to bed.
Oh, no Budweiser, no mixed drink, nothing like that, huh?
No, just hopefully some good Z's.
Oh, hey, man, you've earned it. Good luck here to the finish.
All right, thanks, guys.
That Makes it easy on Brandy. She doesn't have to cook up anything special for him. I know she's a dessert aficionado. All right, the lights are off the pace car. Let's set the stage for you. You have a man who has led 91 laps. Every lap so far this race. It is Kurt Smith. Results so far, 13th, 17th, 19th. Been a horrible season. He would like to get the win. All of a sudden, Jeffrey Harden, who didn't think he has a chance, well, now he's going to have a chance at it, as we are going to be racing right now. The pace car is going to go in next time around. But those are not the only two drivers that have a shot at it. I don't know how much the 87 of Todd Listner has left, as he'll be starting in third, but we have watched the number 55 of Steven Spies come from 18th position. Every time we have a chance to see how he's doing, he's a little bit farther up. Watch out for him. He'll be starting in fourth. Bruce Pearson in fifth. On the outside, it is John Wilson. Look how close they are right now. There's the jump that you would expect from Smith. Now the question is, what can the 87 do? Can he keep the car down? Will he drift up into the 36? The 36, boy, you can see him working, sawing on the wheel. He gets it. He cuts down in front of Liston, and now that opens
Oh, he
the
got
door.
him sideways in turn 3.
And now Liston down to the inside, but watch the top side roll. There's the 55 of Speeds. They bump, they bang. Somehow they manage to keep going straight. Now you got three guys going at it. Kurt Smith, Jeffrey Harden, Steven Spies. The fastest car may be in third right now. Kurt Smith has had it his whole race. He's been out in front the whole way, John. You got to figure Jeffrey and Steven have got to have used up more stuff than Kurt has used up.
Yeah, you'd think, but you know what? Not being challenged all race, all of a sudden you got to drive a little harder, maybe what you have, so it can get you out of rhythm here. But
there he goes.
A couple laps. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Diving in deeper than Confucius in a submarine was Jeffrey Harden, but he can't make it stick. Now they come around, working lap number 99, 2 to go, 6 corners to go. Now Spies is going to try to roll the top side. Harden is pinned in. He's running out of time. He's running out of real estate. Good momentum from the 55, but he gets choked off from the 36. The 36 gets a great run off of 2, but I don't think there's enough time to go. The number 6 making his car as wide as possible. He's going to come across the line, and the win goes to Kurt Smith. Jeffrey Harden will take second. Steven Spies 18th to third.
What a race.
I believe it will be officially wire to wire when it's all said and done. I don't think anybody else led a lap. Kurt Smith, that's how you build a little momentum. Our points leader, Matt Hoos, well, he finished in 16th position, 7 laps out of the magic 15th spot to start on the pole. Nevertheless, he picked up several points, well, a handful of points from where he was when we were watching him. With that said, we'll take a short break. We're going to come back, run down the entire finishing order, talk to some of the drivers before we put a lock on the gate. Don't go far. You're watching the Virtual Grip Network. Welcome back to South Boston Speedway and VGN's 4th round coverage of the 34th edition of the Bootleg Racing League Skinner Creek Motorsports Group Outlaw SK Modified Invitational Series. The results are in. Let's give them to you now. 12 cars finished on the lead lap. I'm going to give you the first 10 of them. Kurt Smith started on the pole, finished in the lead, and was never passed. So what's that mean? Wire to wire. Jeffrey Harden started in third. He picked up 1 spot to finish in second. Yeah, they didn't pick up a lot of spots, Smith and Harden, but that's not the case for Steven Spies. 18th to 3rd and challenging for the win at the very end. John Wilson had a quiet 4th position, watching a lot of action in front of him, stayed out of trouble. Todd Liston raced up front for a while, was able to salvage a top 5. And when you think about Liston and who finished 5th and who finished well down the order, it's going to be, in fact, we may have a new points leader when we come into round 5. Let's continue on. Aiden Young, boy, he wasn't as impressive as one might have thought, as he was only able to get 6th position. Double Deuce Bruce, he'll come home in 7th. Brendan Myers and Steve Hilbert go 8th and 9th, with Steve getting the best of his brother Tom for the first time this season. Joe Segala, bad back and all, who's more than a lap down, got a few lucky dogs. He's going to finish in 10th. John?
Yeah, coming home 11th is going to be Chris Davis, followed by Jeff Sharp and Mark Herzog. Finishing 14th will be Michael Allen, followed by Jason Menda. Matt Hoos, there he is, our point leader coming in, is going to finish 16th, and he was 7 laps behind Menda. And Matt, if he would have stayed on track and not circled that infield pit area, he'd be on the pole next week. So Matt probably going to second guess doing that a little bit. But finishing 17th, Thomas Hilbert. Finishing 18th is going to be Donnie Moore. Finishing 19th, Chris Hazlip. And you know what? Finishing 20th, 100 laps down, it was me.
Were you on the list? Oh, you are on the list. We're going to work on that. You should not be out there. With that said,
I like saying 100 laps down. I mean, you know.
It's hard to finish 100 laps down. With that said, we're going to go to our winner right now. We're going to start with Kurt Smith. Kurt Smith started the season with a 13th. He followed that up with a 19th and the 15th last time out. Things were not looking good for him. But you know, they say momentum is as just as tomorrow's pitcher. Well, that's what he's done right now. Kurt, congratulations on the win, man. Way to put a stop to the bleeding.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's not been a very good start to the season here on Friday nights at all.
Boy, you did not want to see that last yellow, did you?
No, I definitely didn't want to see that last yellow. I had a decent lead and was in my rhythm, just turning laps, and then that came out and made a real race of it there at the end.
It did indeed, and we were a little bit worried because South Boston, the outside line, I don't know, you probably didn't have to do a lot of racing there as you were out front the whole time, but the outside line was very competitive.
Yeah, I noticed there were some guys, I saw Todd making some moves on the outside early in the race there that it looked like the outside was pretty decent. I tried it a few times in practice and noticed it was pretty good.
Okay, if there's bad luck to be had, you seem to find it. Joe Segala seems to be the same way, but recently that's been the case. We see you race on Friday and Saturday nights. Do you have a preference of which car you like, the SK Modified or the late model? Which one do you feel more comfortable in? Which one do you feel more competitive in?
This season, it's definitely late model I'm more competitive in, and the last little part of last season, I've found something in the late model all of a sudden that seemed to help me out there.
Well, you had a good Friday night. Hopefully you can carry it over, maybe go 2-2 for the weekend. Congratulations, man.
Thank you very much. Hopefully, I didn't burn up all my good luck tonight and not have any tomorrow.
You got it. Kurt Smith, our winner tonight, and you'll see him racing tomorrow night in the late models. John, who you got?
I got our second place finisher, Jeff Harden. And Jeff, I got to ask a question. It's got to be a little bit of a weird question, but you guys raced each other a lot throughout the field, whether it was you in the 87, you in the 6, I think the 55 and you were around each other for a little bit. You guys were racing. Would you say you were racing hard, or was that just a product of, hey, everybody is really close here, just close on pace and everything else?
With these SKs, the tire wear isn't as bad as they are in all the other cars, so I think guys have caught on to that, so we're racing a little bit harder throughout the race. So, yeah, because earlier in the race, me and Todd were side by side, and I finally just backed off and let him have it because I got worried about getting into the wall.
Yeah, I was watching that there going, okay, normally you want to save a little tire, but it sure didn't look like you guys were saving, but you guys might not have been pushing your cars either, and it was really tough to tell from up here, but once you that restart, we talked to you for a little bit there right before you went green, and luckily the commentator's curse didn't strike like it did at Stafford, and you're able to bring it home in second. So walk me through the last couple laps. Do you think you could have done anything different maybe to take that win away from Kurt?
Well, I think I was just a little bit faster, but in a place like this, it's so hard to make a pass when you got guys in your back to trying to defend and make that pass at the same time. It was like, do I want to take a chance of falling off the podium or go for the win? And I made one shot, I got inside and got a little bit loose and wasn't able to make the pass, so I just kind of tried to hold on to second from now on.
Well, Jeff, I'm going to tell you right now, go back, watch this one. This one was exciting to watch start to finish. Having multi-lanes and just you guys and your skill levels really put on a good show. It was a lot of fun to watch, so I think you'll enjoy watching.
Jeffrey, it's Soup here. What's the bedtime schedule? I know you got to work. Is there hot cocoa involved? Is there any type of like special pajamas or anything?
No. I prefer to sleep as cold as possible, so there's no pajamas. And I think tonight, I'm not 100% sure what we're having, but it'll be a quick snack and then off to bed.
All right. Well, get a good night's rest, man.
All right, thanks, Soup.
Yep, that's Jeffrey Harden, our second place finisher in Soup. I think you got the double nickel. I think,
no pajamas.
Yeah.
No pajamas for Jeffrey Harden. See, we like to break the news here. And you know, J.R. Shepard's not here either, so without a shepherd, it's going to be easier to count sheep. Ha! All right, with that said, let's go and talk to Steven Spees. Steven, we talked to you during the race, 18th to 3rd. Well done.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't know exactly where I started. I knew it looked like a long way back for that small of a track, though.
A lot of trouble in front of you. I know you picked up a few from attrition, but I saw you get a lot of passes made on the track. I think you had a lot of fun tonight. You had a lot of racing for 100 laps.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence about whether I was going to run tonight or not. I'm not a huge fan of South Boston usually, and did all right in the super late model, so decided to stick around and give these SKs a try. So much tire, and it's small track, usually hard to pass, but turned out to be a good time. I'm glad I stuck around, and was a good time trying to make that outside work and get some passes, and had some good racing there. So luckily, early in the race, Aiden, I don't know if he was just kind of trying to avoid trouble or what. I know he's fast and about everything, but I decided to go ahead and go and got around him. If I hadn't got around him early whenever he was safe, and I probably wouldn't have later. So just was pushing and trying to go all night.
That's funny. We talked about that during the broadcast as well. I'm going to ask you this question, and think about it and tell me if it's wrong. Sometimes it's got to be just more fun just to race out there, and you kind of forget about the points sometimes, because it looked like you were having fun tonight. It had to just be an entertaining way to spend a half hour.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get to run every week, so points don't mean anything for me. I'm trying to go get wins, and yeah, it was a good time tonight. Guys, we're racing close, and it is South Boston, so you're going to have some issues here and there, but overall, it looked like we were really good. Guys trying to hold their line if they were running low, and if we're running outside, you try to not bounce off the fence and come back across the track. So no, it was a really good time tonight.
4 yellow flags, that's about the best you can ask for when you're racing here in South Boston. Congratulations on the podium, man. Good luck.
Thank you, Soup.
Steven Spees started in 18th. He's going to finish in 3rd. Didn't know where he started, but he knew he passed a lot, and they had a lot of fun doing it. Well, this broadcast is made possible thanks to our sponsor, and they are, of course, who are they? Well, they are, of course, Skinner Creek Motorsports Group, founded in 2014, and they're the home of the Bootleg Racing League, GT Racing League, the Virtual Grip Network, and the very popular SCMG clubs featuring golf, poker, aviation, and rallycross racing. Visit them on the net at skiddercreek.com for more information and to join. With that said, we'd like to thank all. Well, no, we want to tell you about who we are and what you're going to see. All these races are a production of the Virtual Grip Network. When are we going to be back? Well, that's going to be next week, right here. We're going to do it again for round number 5, same bat station, same bat time. But before then, tomorrow night, we're going to have the BRL Late Model Series. That's going to be right here at South Boston, round number 4. And that's going to be at 8:55 Eastern Time, 5:55 California Time, 2:55 Hawaii Time, and 11:55 in the morning if you're in the country of the rising sun. And that'll be actually on a Sunday morning for you guys. With that said, we're going to go into the closet and see if we can find your hat. Well, I don't see that you didn't wear a hat tonight, so we're just going to put a lock on the gate. Until next time, have fun storming the castle.